Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 star spills backstage secrets. Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise has been a massive disappointment for many viewers. Fans waited nearly 2 years for a new season, but all the changes have made the show unrecognizable. From a new location to a shocking cash prize, many viewers are tuning out. One star of the show spilled backstage details about what really happened on the beach. Keep reading for all the details, plus info on the upcoming reunion. With all the drama and backstabbing on Season 10, fans demand a reunion episode where amends are made. ABC announced this week that a reunion episode will happen, but not in the way fans expected. Reunion episodes are a staple of reality TV shows, especially on Bravo. The cast gathers together in one room to hash out their problems, all with the cameras catching every moment. Bachelor in Paradise doesn't always have reunion episodes. There was one after Season 8, but not Seasons 7 or 9. But the reunion returns for Season 10. BachelorNation.com revealed that instead of the traditional reunion, the Season 10 reunion will be an episode of the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast. The reunion podcast, hosted by Wells Adams, will air in 2 parts. The first part airs on Wednesday, September 3, one day after the season finale. The second episode drops on Friday, September 5. Both episodes will be available to watch on YouTube on Sunday, September 6. Bachelor in Paradise fans found the reunion announcement as disappointing as the rest of the season. They weren't happy that it was in a podcast format. On a podcast? Why? Dumb idea as always, one fan wrote. Another said, if their hope was to increase interest/engagement, I fear this was the absolute wrong move. The reunion episode will only feature the couples from the last half of the season. One of the remaining couples could win $500,000 cash in the season finale. The final promo teased the return of previously eliminated contestants, including C. McLaughlin, who has bombshell claims against Kat Izzo. Brian Otts and Parisa Shifter are among the returnees. A Bachelor in Paradise fan recently ran into Parisa and chatted with her about Season 10. Parisa revealed that the contestants had no idea about the twist of challenges and a cash prize. She said that it changed the dynamic and certain contestants were only in it for money after that. According to Parisa, Spencer Conley and Andrew Spencer were the only 2 contestants who were still on the show for love. The Season 10 star revealed that the cast members are seeing some things happen on the show for the first time while watching it on TV. Parisa said that something big goes down between C. McLaughlin and Kat Izzo during the season finale. She teased that it involved an iPad. According to the fan, Parisa Shifter was open about her experience on the show. However, she stopped short of revealing if she's still dating Brian Otts. When the fan pointed out that she wasn't wearing an engagement ring, Parisa said that show doesn't allow contestants to wear the ring until after the season finale aired. Brian Otts and Parisa Shifter left the show together, but fans won't find out until the reunion if they've since split up. Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 star spills backstage secrets. When fans tune into Bachelor in Paradise, they see sweeping shots of sandy beaches, candlelit date setups that look like they came straight out of a romance novel, and contestants in perfectly edited love triangles. But behind the polished scenes lies an entirely different world, one filled with hidden drama, odd rules, and unexpected alliances. Now, one anonymous Season 10 cast member is finally lifting the curtain on what really goes down when the cameras aren't rolling. The Paradise Illusion. To viewers, Paradise looks like a tropical getaway filled with endless margaritas and poolside flirting. But according to the star, the setup isn't nearly as effortless as it seems. Contestants often have to wait hours before they're allowed to film certain scenes. The romantic dates, think private dinners on the beach or hot air balloon rides, are meticulously orchestrated by producers. They want you to look spontaneous, the insider revealed. But trust me, nothing is spontaneous. Even the timing of when you get your drink can be planned. In fact, one shocking revelation is that contestants aren't allowed to pour their own alcohol. Every drink is made and served by production staff, partly for safety and partly to make sure nobody is drinking off camera. While Paradise appears to run on laid-back beach time, cast members actually operate on a rigid schedule. According to the source, mornings often begin much earlier than fans realize. We're woken up before sunrise most days, especially if producers want sunrise footage, the contestant explained. This often means very little sleep. It's not unusual to go to bed at 2 a.m. and be expected to look fresh-faced at 6 a.m., the star laughed. The amount of concealer I used could cover a whole new island. The Paradise wardrobe crisis. One of the juiciest secrets spilled: contestants are responsible for their own wardrobe. Yes, even the elaborate date night outfits. We're told to pack for every scenario, the insider said. That means ball gowns, swimsuits, workout gear, cocktail dresses, and clothes that could survive the jungle humidity. Oh, and no logos ever. But the humid beach climate doesn't exactly treat clothing kindly. By week 2, half my dresses were wrinkled and smelled like salt water, they confessed. And we don't exactly get hotel laundry service. Sometimes we were washing things in the sink. The hidden alliances. Fans speculate constantly about alliances and scheming, but the insider says it's even more strategic behind the scenes. Everyone acts like they're only there for love, but you'd be surprised how much is about survival, they revealed. Contestants will often form pacts to make sure they stay on the beach longer. If you and a friend are both single, you might agree to give each other your roses, just to avoid elimination, the source explained. Of course, that can backfire if real feelings get in the way. That's when the drama happens. Food, but not as you know it. Surprisingly, food in Paradise isn't the gourmet spread viewers might imagine. The food we actually eat is usually catered and served away from the cameras, the contestant said. They don't want the sound of chewing ruining the audio, so you'll almost never see us eating real meals on camera. Instead, what fans usually see on dates, lobster tails, champagne, chocolate-covered strawberries, is mostly untouched. Half the time, we take a single bite for the cameras and then push the plate away. Afterward, we'd be rushing to the buffet backstage like ravenous wolves. The off-limits zones. The show might look like contestants live freely across the entire resort, but in reality, there are areas strictly off-limits. We weren't allowed near the production tents, and we couldn't interact with staff unless they initiated it, the insider said. There's a sense of mystery. They don't want you breaking the illusion. Even the beach isn't always free game. Sometimes they'd rope off sections if they wanted to film a private scene, so you'd be sitting in the sun for hours waiting to get access again. The producer manipulation. Perhaps the most shocking confession involves the producers themselves. They are absolute masterminds, the contestant admitted. They know exactly which questions to ask to stir emotions. One minute you think you're just having a casual chat, and the next you're crying about your childhood crush. According to the insider, producers sometimes guide contestants toward certain relationships. They'll say things like, "Hey, don't you think Alex looked really good today?" Or, "What do you think about Lee being with someone else?" It plants seeds, and suddenly you're caught up in drama you didn't expect. No phones, no escape. One of the toughest realities of Paradise is the isolation. No phones, no TV, no internet, no books. It's like social media rehab, the contestant revealed. You don't realize how much you rely on those things until they're gone. It makes you focus on the people around you, which is exactly what they want. This lack of distraction also heightens emotions. You feel like relationships are moving 100 miles per hour, because the only thing you're doing is talking about love all day. The secret friendships. Not all of Paradise revolves around romance. In fact, the insider claims some of the most valuable takeaways are the friendships forged off-camera. There are friendships you never see because the show edits everything around couples, they explained. One example, two of the biggest fan-favorite rivals this season were actually great friends behind the scenes. They'd share snacks, swap clothes, and gossip late into the night. But the edit painted them as enemies. The secrets don't stop once filming ends. According to The Star, cast members are given strict rules about social media activity before the show airs. We're told what we can and can't post. And sometimes we even have to fake where we are to throw fans off, they confessed. And when Paradise episodes finally air, it's surreal. You watch yourself crying on the beach while sitting at home in sweatpants eating pizza. Sometimes you don't even recognize the version of yourself they show on TV. The takeaway. So what's the truth about Bachelor in Paradise Season 10? According to this star, it's equal parts vacation, competition, and psychological experiment. It's like being in an emotional pressure cooker, they summed up. But at the same time, there's nothing else like it. You laugh, you cry, you fall in love, or at least, you think you do. And while fans may never know the full reality of what happens when the cameras stop rolling, one thing's for sure: Paradise is far from paradise.